We're back, buddy.
Oh man, it's like the first day of school. How you
It is
doing,
like the
buddy? It's
first
so
day of
good to see
school.
you.
Look at that. Season 3 again. Or what is it? Season 3 is the third attempt?
Season, is it season three? No, I think
Maybe.
it's.
I don't know. We had a long
I,
run and then a short run and then
I don't think we even had seasons. I
I don't
thought it
know.
was just
We
like
never
one.
left.
Yeah, let's just
We
keep it
never
that way.
left. Hey, buddy. It's good to see you.
Oh man, it's been too long. It's been way
It
too
has
long.
been too long. So we're back now, and now we're gonna get back into talking about all the topics that we're both experts on, which is everything in the world,
Right.
right?
Everything
Because
NFL.
everything,
Everything.
everything. We know about everything.
Everything.
We're
Yeah, we know a little bit about a lot of
cultured
stuff. We
men.
know a lot about a little bit of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So we're cultured men. We know what we're doing. So since the NFL is back, and at the time of recording this, we're going into week 3.
Yeah.
So we've had 2
Weird.
full weeks of NFL football to make all our picks, to make all our picks that we made the beginning of the season, see how wrong we are, and to figure out who the MVP is, who we're out on already.
2 weeks ago.
I'm gonna start.
All right, so we have what? Let's start, yeah, with NFL, your division winners. 2 weeks into the season,
We can
we'll
we can
start.
make our picks now if you want, and then show exactly how terrible we are at making picks.
Okay, you want to start
Let's
with
let's do that.
NFC?
We'll do
Start with
let's do the
let's
AFC first because that one
AFC.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
is super boring.
Yeah,
So
let's do
let's
that.
start with AFC East because I have them pulled up here on my screen. AFC East.
This
I
one's
think
very.
we
This one has a lot of mystery to it.
Yes, I think obviously we're gonna go with the Buffalo Bills, and I
Yeah, we're
think
gonna
you
go
agree
with
with me there.
a reigning NFL MVP.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
they're an absolute wagon. Yeah, nothing's gonna change there.
they're just so bleeping good. Josh Allen is incredible. Um, I just I don't know if anybody's gonna beat them in the regular season.
Yeah, I mean,
In the regular season, because in the playoffs, he hasn't really done anything for me.
they just keep running up against Baltimore and uh KC, right? So
Yeah,
it's the aliens meeting, the other alien, and for as good as Buffalo has been, they just can't get over the hump, right? But they're
but
gonna be an
James Cook
absolute
looks
wagon all
good.
year.
James Cook looks good. They didn't look. The defense didn't look that good against the Dolphins just this past Thursday. As we're recording this, we already saw the game on Thursday, which the Dolphins lost. Which is we'll get into our teams later. But
We'll get into that later.
the defense didn't look that good. They let that garbage offense put up 21 points. They were missing Oliver and Matt Milano,
And
so
Milano.
Achan was able to run. Ollie Gordon was able to run. So I think some of that will be fixed when those guys are back. But their defense is concerning with
Yeah, the biggest
playing against
question
big
with
boys.
that team, I would say, is their run defense and the fact that we saw Baltimore gash them week 1.
Yeah,
And for all of the questions that Miami has had with running the ball and everything up front, they had success running the ball as well. So that's going to be, the big question. Them, especially defense being the problem for them in the playoffs. Like when they have faltered in the playoffs, it's because of that defense has failed them. So they still look like a wagon, though. That those 3 tight end sets that they run with Hawes,
Oh yeah,
Dawson
this
Knox,
this
and
Kincaid,
Kincaid, like
unbelievable, looking
it's
like the best
it's
tight end in the
cheating.
league.
Jackson Hawes is so good. I really wanted him in the draft, like, with at the risk of getting in like deep into the weeds of blocking tight ends.
Yeah,
He's without a doubt the best blocking tight end in the draft, and he looks like a stud already.
yeah, he looks good. The team
So
looks way too good. So
James Cook looks great. Like they just signed him to a big deal, and he's worth every penny right now. So
yeah, yeah. Like
they're
every time
they're
he touched the
they're
ball, he was like
rolling.
10 yards downfield already. So yeah, but that's an easy pick, and I think we're gonna go to another easy pick when we go to the AFC West. Again, another one that we both agree on. Who do you
Uh,
got?
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs.
I
Until they
agree.
prove otherwise, or until someone else proves otherwise. Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs, even though they're off to 0-2 start. It's still Patty Mahomes, it's still Andy Reid. They've still gone to three straight bowls. Um, so until somebody takes that division from their cold dead hands, I'm picking the Chiefs.
Yeah, I agree. The Chiefs, they did this. They did it last year. We were all like, "Oh, this is like the worst 8-1 team we've ever seen in our lives. They look so
Exactly.
bad." Mahomes is getting a little slower. Blah 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 blah. And then where are they in the Super Bowl?
And
So
then they end up in the Super Bowl, right? So like
you don't
it
bet
looks like
against
some of the
them.
karma's coming back and rearing its head.
Yeah,
But they're still the Chiefs, and they still have plenty of time to turn it around in that division. So,
yeah. And then they
um,
still have what's it called Xavier Worthy's hurt and Rasheed Rice is hurt. And once those guys come back, it'll be more explosive offense. Blah blah blah. Travis Kelsey lost a step, buddy. You should have caught that ball.
uh,
He should. It was
I
his
mean,
fault.
Father Time's undefeated.
If the ball hits your
Undefeated.
hands, you catch the ball.
Yeah, I mean
Period.
that was big. That was big time, especially against that team.
Yeah.
You know,
Also,
at
AFC is
home.
boring, huh? AFC is very
Yeah,
not like the
AFC
NFC.
is pretty
It's very
pretty ho
boring.
hum.
So
Um,
to continue with our boring show, we have going to the AFC North up to the north, and we both again agree. I promise we're not going to agree on everything, but the AFC is pretty damn easy,
yeah,
and we both agree. We both have the Baltimore Ravens.
another wagon.
Another wagon, Lamar Jackson. Zay Flowers looks like a legit number one. You still have Mark Andrews, right? It is
I mean, he
still
hasn't done a
a,
whole lot though.
I mean, they have such a good team. Oh, and don't
I
forget,
mean, you can argue that that's the best roster in the sport.
Derrick Henry,
You know, uh,
who we both, I think we talked about this when we saw this stat, that he still has more yards, career yards in high school than he does in career yards in the NFL.
Yeah, to me when I found that out, I literally laughed out loud. That
It's
he's still like
unbelievable.
500 yards away from equaling his high school total in 4 years after 9 years in the NFL.
He's incredible. And we've always been in agreement. You don't take an Alabama running back because they have too many miles. Like the Mark Ingrams of the world. We all know, like, hey, don't pick an SEC running back because they're all going to have like 300 or 400 rushing attempts a season. And Derrick Henry is the only one on that list that has defied everything, and he runs 500 times a game, and he
Yeah,
still is the best running back in the league, which is insane.
and if you look at his high school numbers, it was the coach of his football team should be arrested. Like that
Oh
dude
yeah,
was
for, like,
logging
beating on
40 and
children.
50 carries in
Yeah,
high school a game.
yeah. It's
What are we
not
doing?
that's not
Like,
what that's the child labor laws, I think. Um.
insane.
So, Lamar Jackson, you got to get it done in the playoffs. Buddy. There's no excuse. You got to get it done. Like you're the MVP. You're looking like the MVP again this year. I'm like, great start, buddy. Nobody
It's
gives a shit
insane.
about.
I can't get over the fact that every year we arrive at this point and we're talking about Lamar and Josh Allen, and neither of those guys have sniffed a Super Bowl
Neither because of that Patrick
because
Mahomes guy.
of because of Patty.
So
I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
don't know. I hope they he can get it together in the playoffs to make something
Yeah,
interesting because
I
they would
mean,
be super interesting to go against the Eagles or something like that because their offense is incredible.
yeah, both of those guys have demons to exercise, so one of them got to get it done eventually, I guess. So we
Yeah.
just got to see how they meet up in the playoffs and how that shakes out.
So we know what the Ravens have to do, and let's go to the final division in the AFC,
This one's a
the
little bit
AFC South,
spicier.
which is, I mean, just horrible all around. I don't know who's gonna win, but we're both sticking with our preseason picks that we picked ahead of time,
Somebody's got to
and
win it.
we both picked the Houston Texans. Now, this is strictly based off of everyone else's trash. Our dearly beloved Cam Ward is on the Titans, but he's a rookie. The team's not that great, as we have seen. So we all went, okay, Let's go for the kid, the good quarterback. They've got a good coach, good defense. Like the Texans should walk out of there 9-8, 10-7, win the division.
Wins the
But
division. Yeah.
they're 0-2 to start.
0-2. 0
So
2, and Stroud looks a little shaky.
he does look shaky. He hasn't looked good in a while now. And the offensive line looks horrible.
Yeah.
They can't block anybody up the middle.
You traded away your best offensive lineman,
That's true.
uh,
But
and this is the result. Go figure.
yeah, I don't know, man. This is tough. This is a tough one for the Texans, and it looks like we're both going to be super wrong
Yeah.
when it comes to our picks for the Texans and Daniel Jones MVP.
Um, I mean, he absolutely shredded the Dolphins. He looks like a completely different quarterback. I don't even recognize him, to be honest. But it's amazing what an offensive line and actual weapons on the perimeter will do to a guy. He looks like a legitimate NFL quarterback. I've always liked Steichen as an offensive mind.
Yeah, he's been good.
I think the biggest piece that they've been missing, obviously, has been a quarterback and somebody just to be able to pilot that offense.
Yeah,
But I'm not ready to buy on Indy all the way. I don't think they're. I don't want to say that they're as good as they look right now, but they're off to a good start. So I mean, that division is there for the taking. Like,
yeah. I
you
mean,
know,
for
in a
any
month
of
from
those
now, we could
teams.
be talking about Indy, running away with it,
The
legitimately.
Jags could get hot. Trevor Lawrence could finally look
No,
good, but
we're not
he's. I
doing
mean,
that.
we're off him. He's done, right? Like he's not
Yeah,
for all the
I
hype he
think
got
that
coming out of college.
I think this was the year for him. I mean, he's on his third coach, uh, like a third
They've
different offense or fourth offense,
bunch of
whatever it is.
weapons. You got Brian Thomas. You got Travis Hunter. They got Christian Kirk. You've got Travis Etienne. Then they got the other back now. What's his name? Whoever the new back is, he's really good.
Baseball too.
So yeah, and then they just have two. They've given the kid all the weapons, right?
I just don't think
So
he. I just don't think he. I don't know. He just. You know how some quarterbacks you just feel like they have the it and it's undeniable. Not just. He's just one of those that you're waiting for him for the light bulb to turn on, and you
yeah.
just. I don't think it ever will
Also, you can't win with that hair. No NFL quarterback has ever won with that kind of hair.
with that kind of hair.
Like
I mean, you
sunshine.
may be right. By the way,
Like
has going back to the Texans, has anyone in the history of the NFL ever yielded as much draft capital as Laramie Tunsil?
I think he's gonna be the going down as the greatest trade asset of all
Like,
time. I
what is
think.
he's fetched easily like 6, 7 draft picks, right?
Yeah,
In all the
because
trades that he's been
he
involved
all
in,
and he fell in the draft to the Dolphins because of the gas mask
the
video
gas mask. They traded
and
him for a
the two
first
first
and I
round
think
picks.
two first,
I think it was two first, no,
two
or at least
first, and
one first.
it might have
No,
been another pick added on.
he definitely got like we got a lot for him, and then the Texans got a lot for him. Like just I don't get how that guy continues to get traded, and he's really good, and I don't know why nobody wants him. So yeah, but you know the Texans division. Hopefully they'll make us look like we're right,
We'll
but
revisit this.
we will. So that's the AFC. We've got the Bills winning, the Chiefs winning, the Ravens winning, and the Texans winning. So
Yeah,
we've
pretty
been
ho hum.
boring and we've agreed on everything. This is where we're going to disagree, buddy. We're
NFC
going to
is
start.
it's a lot spicier. So
We're going to start with the NFC, and let's
you go
start with
first.
the NFC East. And I'll let you go ahead and go first with your NFC pick.
NFC East. I'm gonna get laughed at this one, but I took Dallas. I took Dallas, and I'll defend my pick. I took Dallas just going off of the history of this division. The fact that nobody wins this division 2 years in a row. Philly, I was waiting for Philly to take like that half step back. If Saquon maybe doesn't have the same year, maybe he gets hurt or something. They still look like an absolute wagon. And I like Dak uh, bounce back years after an injury. He usually comes back and plays in really good form, like MVP level kind of form.
Yeah.
So that's why I took Dallas. And so they're not off to a great start. They look a little shaky, especially trying to eke out that win against the Giants. Uh, but this division is chaos, so there's a very
I
good chance
agree.
that
Yeah.
Philly could still run away with it. And I end up totally being wrong, and I'm a dope. But I liked
Well, I mean, the
coming
Big
into
Ten
the
East,
season
you're a dope right now.
injury post injury Dak. They added Pickens, although I'm not a big fan of Pickens. They're still missing a key back, a
Oh,
real hell elite
Javante
back.
Williams. Love the pickup of Javante Williams. He's been great this
Now it
year.
looks good. Now he looks good, but they
He's
traded
been good this year.
Micah.
I liked him on Denver. In Denver, like he looks really good this year. So I don't, I don't disagree that they've made some stuff, but they traded away
They traded Micah.
the best defensive player, arguably in the league,
Yeah,
for some fat guy.
a week before the season started.
Yeah, some fat guy and a couple first round picks. And don't forget that Jerry Jones is still the one making the picks. So good luck with that. So yeah, buddy, I disagree with you entirely because I have gone with the obvious choice is the Philadelphia
The
Eagles.
Commanders.
No, the commies. No, I have not gone with the commies. I've gone with the Eagles, defending Super Bowl champions.
Excuse me,
Jalen
the
Hurts.
Redskins. They are the Redskins.
That's a slur nowadays, buddy. So
That's not a slur. That's a logo. That's it. They're paying homage.
defending champions, Eagles, Super Bowl champion, Jalen Hurts, who the Dolphins should have drafted. I was right. You're wrong, but we'll get to that later. They still have Saquon Barkley. They have a great defense still. Now, to be fair, they've lost their corners, so they're looking a little weaker in the secondary. But I think the offense is too bleeping powerful for anybody to go ahead. They can still do the illegal tush push where they're all lining up off sides and they never get
All of
called
them.
for anything.
All of
Uh,
them.
so yeah, I think they shared like the on Thursday night if you were watching the coverage, they were talking about the Eagles and they shared like the line with the whole
The line of
offensive
scrimmage
line.
and how all of their
Literally
helmets
every single one. That wasn't just helmets; their shoulders. It wasn't just
are
like
over
oh
the
head.
ball.
The shoulders were all over the ball, and I
I
was
mean,
like, how is this?
this is not even a legal play anymore.
So you know, I uh, I don't know what they're gonna do there, but I still think they're the team to beat there. They're probably the team to beat in the NFC. So I'm totally going for the Eagles, and it's stupid to go with any other team in the NFC East but them because
Fair.
they all suck. So NFC West, buddy, who you got?
Taking the Rams.
Matthew Stafford and them
Matthew
boys.
Stafford, he might not have a back after this year. He
I
might
mean, he
need to
hasn't
like
had a back in a very long time.
he might just need an entire new torso
Right.
after the season. But as long as Stafford's upright, I'm taking the Rams. I love McVay as a coach. Uh, Puka and Devontae are gonna be great there. I'm picking the Rams. That
That's
defense
a
is great. Their front is awesome. They
always,
have
yeah.
a ton of talent on the front. They for a team that had to essentially kind of blow it up after they won the bowl.
Yeah.
They pretty much revamped that entire team on the fly and have done so very well. So that's why I love.
I
It's part of
mean,
the reason why I love McVay so much.
I
As
don't
far as like
disagree
the roster
entirely
building,
with the pick. They look good. I like them. I've always liked the Rams. Tough division though, because everybody seems to be kind of at the same level this year. And I thought my pick was going to be another obvious choice, which has turned out not to be an obvious choice. And I went with the 49ers in there. So another point where we
okay,
disagree on. I think, God Shanahan and his crew always pulls it out. McCaffrey looks good. He will get injured, but they got Brian Robinson from the commies
from
last
the
year,
Redskins,
and I like him. So they did lose Debo to the commies, so they just swapped those guys. But I think they have enough weapons. There's a white
Ricky
wide
Pearsall,
receiver who's incredible now.
he's
Uh,
good.
Purcell, is that the one that got shot?
Yeah, Ricky Pearsall. Yeah, the
Yeah.
one that got shot.
He's incredible. Apparently, he looks like Ricky Prohl from the
Ricky
Rams in the
Pro.
old days.
Okay, that's
Is it Rick? I don't know if his first name's Rick, but it's Prohl.
Ricky Pro.
I
Yeah,
remember playing
that's
with
a
him in like
throwback.
Sega Dreamcast and NFL like 2K or something like that.
That's a Panthers great. Panthers great
So
Ricky Pro.
yeah, so he looks really good. I still am favoring the 49ers because of their coaching advantage. But 49ers 2-0, Cardinals 2-0, Rams 2-0, Seahawks 1-1. I don't Seahawks are still good. Their defense is probably the best defense out of the four so far this season.
Yeah, I like the how they I like how they built that defense right
Yeah.
now. I really
So
like who's the kid in the
it
back, the
is
safety they got.
uh yeah, a they have a really tough defense, so I don't think they're going to be an easy out. I think this division, nobody thought it was going to be a great division, and it's seeming to be the most competitive. Besides the NFC East every year, that's always chaos. So that's what I got for the NFC West. Let's move to the North, where we both agree on this one as well.
The NFC North.
So all the cold ass teams, and we have both picked the Green Bay Packers, and you can tell me why we're both right.
Green Bay. I mean, if there's any franchise to envy and just kind of just have a general disdain for especially as a franchise that's been starving of quarterbacks, it's Green Bay. They just win 12, 13 games every year. And quite frankly, I'm tired of it. Uh, they are very good. They're very well coached. Jacobs looks great. Jordan Love is a gunslinger. Like he fits in perfectly. He's never met a throw
Yeah,
that he can't make or doesn't like. And they just picked up arguably the best defensive player in the league. And they're gonna absolutely maul other offenses now.
they look like the most complete team for sure, 100%. They look like the most complete team, almost in the league, I would say. Um, I think that this is one of the picks probably for NFC Championship game. Packers, probably Eagles as well. I think that there's a clear head and shoulders teams. The Eagles are always there because they are the reigning champs, but the Packers look good, and it's not like they haven't like looked like, oh, they're eking out. They have
No,
stomped both teams that they faced.
good teams.
I mean, what they did to the Lions was like a complete
It's a
undressing of the
good team.
Lions.
They beat the Lions and the Redskins.
Yes. So I love the Packers. I don't want to love them, but I love the Packers. Josh Jacobs looks decent as well this year. What's it called?
Scores a
The
touchdown every game.
the tight end Tucker Kraft
Tucker Craft.
looks like he's going to be the best tight end in the league this year. Like, and I mean, they did lose Jaden Reed, which is tough because I think he's their best wide receiver.
All right, but they'll just pick up another guy and throw him in there, and he'll
But
get you 700 yards this
Romeo
season.
Dobbs, Christian, whatever his name is,
Watson's hurt too,
Watson,
and they haven't
Christian
skipped a beat.
Watson. So they have a bunch of young, great skill guys. I think the team is set up to go to the Super Bowl. Jordan Love is good enough, and he's shown that he's a good quarterback. And I think they're probably gonna maybe be the only ones to give the Eagles a run for their money. So we're both in agreement there for the Packers. Also, the rest of the division, bar the Lions you still have to trust them a little bit, but
Yeah, you still have to trust the Lions, but the losing both coordinators is going to have an
yeah.
effect. And I think we're seeing it.
And the
Uh,
Bears, wolf.
the
My God.
Bears, I mean, they got things to sort through. The whole Caleb Ben Johnson thing, like they have to sort through all that, and
Also, their
if
defense
they
is
can get
terrible.
Caleb
They've
to
given up the
rein it
most points
in,
this year. So their defense is really bad. I think by far, actually, no, excuse me, the Dolphins have given up the most points. But they're a second. So yeah, I think yes, they have growing pains with Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. They're gonna need time, but Ben Johnson he's the new hot guy, the new hot offensive coordinator. So they have time to figure that out. But we both agree Packers run away with the division easily. I don't think the Lions will catch them this year.
you think the Bears
Uh,
finish last in that division?
yes. I think the Bears finished last. It'll be a race between them and the Vikings, but I think the Vikings have better skill position players. They have better defense. I think that the Vikings will also be okay. And also,
They have they have Kevin O'Connell too.
Kevin O'Connell,
Is there anyone
QB,
that you trust more
QB
with less
whisperer of the league. Like
at
who else?
quarterback than him?
Who else can you say in the league as far as coaches go? Are QB guys? It's like Shanahan
Shanahan.
and who else? You can maybe
O'Connell.
put Andy Reid in there because before we forget, but they won 14 games with Alex Smith the year before Patrick Mahomes took
Yeah,
over.
he's in there. Yeah.
All right, so you have
I
Shanahan.
just think given the recent history with Minnesota and all the turnover they've had at
Yeah,
quarterback,
Kevin O'Connell is up
he's rightfully earned that title for me.
there. Yeah,
Um, and he's about to go into this week with Carson Wentz, and I think he's favored to
he
win
is
this week.
favored, and I'll tell you what. I'm gonna say this. You're gonna hear this first. Carson Wentz gonna do really good. We've got a quarterback controversy,
Oh,
Minnesota.
oh man.
I think so
I mean,
because JJ McCarthy has
he,
not looked good.
it's not out of the realm of possibility.
I'm just
It really
saying.
is not. If
Carson
Carson
Wentz
Wentz,
at
it'd be
one
the
point he was gonna be MVP before he got hurt that year.
Carson Wentz could come out this week and throw for 280 yards, and I wouldn't bat an eye.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah.
All right, let's go to our last division. Um, my favorite player lives in this division, but I'll let you go first and tell me how you're wrong with your pick on who's going to win the division.
This one I was um buying a lot of stock in Drake London this year,
Mhm.
so my pick was the Atlanta Falcons.
What a terrible choice.
I'm a fan of of Penix. I really think he's a good fit for someone like Drake London. And last year, both of them really came on as soon as Penix got the starting job. So I was buying a lot of stock into Penix and the Falcons this year. I mean, it finally feels like they have their offense completed somewhat with all the draft capital that they've spent on all the weapons with at quarterback, a running back with Bijan, a receiver with Drake London. Like now you can see what the vision was with this offense. And this past draft they addressed, their long going woes of not being able to sack the quarterback for decades, it
Yeah.
seemed. Because every year they finished dead last in the league in sacks. And they went out and got what's his kid? Jalen Walker and James Pierce, and that defense looks good. They look good.
They've been one of the best defenses so far in the league. I think
So
they're I think only maybe the Rams have allowed fewer points. There's only one. The Rams have allowed 28 points this year, and the Falcons have only allowed 29. So they
yeah,
have been top five defense in the league in every metric. So
and they
they
got
look
Raheem
really good.
Morris.
And
So
Bijan Robinson is incredible.
Robinson is top three back, five back.
I mean, after Derrick Henry and Saquon, which you can put whatever order you want there, who's the next back? I think it's Bijan Robinson. I don't think there's no other name
Bijan.
that
Is it
goes.
Bijan?
Is
Bijan.
Bijan or Bijan? It's Bijan, I think.
Bijan.
Like Dijon mustard, but
Bijan.
Bijan,
Exactly,
whatever.
Bijan.
But
So
he's great.
I'm rolling. I'm sticking with the Falcons. This is also another division that's also has a history of being a little nutty. This is a very chaotic division because no one seems to really. Oh, unless it's Tampa, the last few years that they've taken a stranglehold of it. But before that,
Yeah.
it's always been a little
Panthers and
nutty.
Saints are horrible, so it's only between those two. And
Right. I mean, Tampa looks really good. So
mentioning the Bucks, that is
so
my pick. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm gonna say something right here, right now.
say it.
Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, wonderful quarterbacks. MVP caliber quarterbacks. Josh Allen's your reigning MVP. They're wonderful. Again, I think I told you this last year and they ended up losing, but Baker Mayfield is my pick to win MVP this year.
Ooh.
He is
Okay.
incredible. No one's better than him in the fourth quarter in the last couple years. Baker Mayfield always comes back and wins the game. with the guys, you can count the guys on your hand who have 45 to a minute 15 left on the clock. And if the other team scores and you leave that amount of time on the clock, you go, oh no.
Who do you
You
want?
don't think you have Patrick Mahomes, you have Josh Allen, you have Lamar Jackson, and you have Baker Mayfield. That's it to me. Baker Mayfield goes up there with those guys. He has been incredible since he's gone to Tampa Bay. They have still two top 15 receivers. Mike Evans can still catch the ball like anybody else. He's probably going to get 1,000 yards again because that's all he does is get 1,000 yards.
Every
Right?
year.
Chris Godwin's going to come back. They're going to be fine. The kid that they draft, a Mecca,
Like
he looks
Booker.
incredible.
He already looks
He looks
great.
like a legit guy. They have two running backs that can be number ones with Bucky Irving and with Rashad White. This team is legit. I'm scared. If I'm anybody in the NFC, I do not want to play the Bucks. And I'm gonna
They're
tell you something.
frisky. They're very
Jalen
frisky.
Hurts goes up 24-20 with under 2 minutes left on the clock. Buddy, you should have held onto the ball longer because Baker Mayfield is going to drive down the field and shove that ball in the end zone and then down your throat. Buccaneers to the Super Bowl.
And then let you
I
know.
think I love this team so fucking much. Okay? And I'm sorry for cursing, but this team
A family
is
show.
incredible. I love Baker Mayfield. I think they're super good. Baker gets a lot of bad rap for what he did in Cleveland, which I think they quit on him. That kid played hurt all the time. He is a good quarterback. I wanted him when he got drafted to the Cleveland
Yeah.
Browns.
So did I.
I think I said that to you multiple times.
I was a big Baker.
that
I
guy.
was a big Baker guy. I just
So
loved his gamesmanship. I loved his moxie.
yeah,
As a QB.
he's a gamer.
Yeah.
I love dudes that are gamers,
It's hard
and
not
that's
to
what
like
he
him on
is.
your team.
I love this dude.
He
So
just plays with a fire that
yeah.
it fires you up.
So I think they're going to go far. They have a good enough defense, or their defense is not elite, but they have a good enough defense, and Baker can bail them out of anything. And as long as those wide receivers can stay healthy at the right time, they don't have to stay healthy the whole year. But I think if they're healthy for the playoffs, if the whole team is healthy for the playoffs, they have just as much of a chance to go to the Super Bowl as the Eagles and the Packers. And I put them as the other team in there. And between the three of them, I think it's a coin toss if all teams are healthy. I know the Eagles look like a powerhouse and the Packers look like the most complete team, but I think Baker can beat anybody on any given day.
I'm not going to disagree with that. As a big Baker guy, and I think again, like they're going to be a dark horse this year to make a run in the NFC.
Yeah.
So, something to keep an eye on going forward with Tampa.
I love me some
And they're
Baker.
2-0, and they look very impressive thus far, and they probably going to be 3-0 after this weekend, playing the Jets at home.
Yeah, well, the Jets are terrible. So yeah, happy though. We're happy the NFL's back. Those are our picks. People can hold us accountable later on because I'll forget them, and I will flip in the middle of the season.
I have inventory. I'm keeping tabs.
That's fine. I'll erase it and change it again. NFL's full swing. We're very happy it's back. Also in full swing, college football. And not only college football, we're good, baby. We're really good. Look, I got it right there. I got it right there. We are back, sir.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
We're
don't do
back.
That.
I don't want to hear it. We're ranked fourth. We're back.
I have heard that so many times. Don't stop it.
No, we have the most complete team. We have NFL pass rushers.
Can they win something first before they say they're back? Let them win something first.
We're back. Okay? I don't want to hear it. We're back. At the time of recording, they're going to play the Gators tonight. Right?
Yeah, they're playing the Gators in a few hours.
They're going to kick the shit out of the Gators.
It'll be a big test. Their defense is really good.
Our defense is
I don't think Lagway is any good.
Best in the country. We have
that
Ruben
defense
Bain.
Is really good, so it'll be a good test.
Ruben Bain, best defensive lineman in the country, number one in the country for sure. Okay, they have two really good defensive linemen. They have a great secondary, and when you just see them take the field, and this is the thing that we've been missing for a long time. When we won against Notre Dame, we beat the crap out of them in 2017.
Yeah, that was electric. That
Electric.
was the last time I really had that much fun against
Yeah.
watching a UM game.
Now that game was so exciting because we didn't expect it. We didn't
Yeah,
know
we
that
did.
team was good.
I didn't. Yeah,
Like we had no idea that team was going to be good, and they were good. And then they faltered at the end. I think they lost to Pitt that year, which was awful. But they were really good. The difference between that team and this team is we have the athletes like three positions deep at every position, right? Their depth chart, and all of them are big, big, like men. Like that team in 2017 looked like kids.
man.
These dudes are huge. If you
What
they stand next to the other teams,
big
they
men
all look like NFL
while they're
players.
highlighting a 17-year-old receiver.
Exactly. No, and that kid, his name escapes me. What's his name?
Malachi Tony.
Malachi Tony is a 17. Well, he just turned 18, I think. 17
Yeah,
year old kid, whatever. That looks like the best receiver on the team. That has NFL receivers on the team. The offensive line is incredible. Carson Beck has all day to throw. He's not thinking about any of the Cavenger twins anymore. He's out there slinging it,
that's right.
getting
No
his
distractions,
Lamborghini
baby.
stolen left and right. Who cares? He'll buy another one with all his NIL money. All right?
No distractions.
They are complete. They're going to beat the crap out of the Gators. We're going to go undefeated all year.
Oh, don't do that.
And in 2 weeks,
Don't do that.
we go to the stupid Seminoles and we beat the crap out of the stupid Seminoles. They're going to lose, thinking, oh, we're so good now. Oh, we're 2-0. And look at us beat the brakes out of everybody. Shut your mouth. You're going to, when you run into an actual football team, we're going to beat the brakes off of them too.
I
It's going to
hope
be,
so, man. Um,
I
is it
want
a
them
hot
to
take?
win every
Is it a
game by
hot take?
50.
They're gonna win by 50?
I want the Seminoles to win every game by 50 for the next 2 weeks. The next two games, I want them to win by 50.
I can't believe they're ranked 7th.
I want the fans to go bananas. And I want them all to go in there thinking they have the biggest stakes in the planet. I want them with so much confidence.
Hey yo,
So when we go in there and put it on them, win by double digits against the Seminoles, you're gonna hear a quiet stadium, like what the Panthers did to Edmonton. Okay,
a library.
you're gonna hear they're gonna play in a library.
As my
The,
lovely
the, the
co-host put it, it's a
Hurricane,
library in there.
the Hurricanes are gonna play in a library at Bobby Bowden Stadium, whatever the hell it's called. Okay, they're gonna play in a library because the Seminole fans are going to be so shocked that Carson Beck has 4 touchdowns, 230 yards at half.
At the
Okay,
half.
at the
Okay.
half. All right.
Wow.
Mark Fletcher is going to have 119 yards at the half. Okay?
This is big talk.
I'm telling you. This is the best team we've seen since the early 2000s. It's like 2001, 2002 teams.
So
As
is
talent-wise.
hot take this team is better than last year? Not a hot take?
No, it's not a hot take. They're better than last year.
They're better.
100%.
You agree that they're better than last year.
They're better than last year. The only thing
The
that's
team that
not
had
better
Cam
that
Ward.
you could argue is the quarterback position. But that's because not a knock on Carson Beck. It's because how special I think Cam Ward is. It's not a knock on Carson Beck. I think it's just Cam Ward's a special guy. I think he's going to play in the league for a very long time. I think he's Tennessee's got their franchise quarterback. We've seen his highlights. That team just sucks, but I think he's that special. But that's the only position that you could say the wide receivers are better. Tony looks like first round, like top 5 pick at 17 years old. The offensive line, all NFL first rounders, they feel like. So this team, I think, is more talented than last year, which is
Yeah.
scary because we were really good last year also.
Yeah, it's just that defense fell apart, but I am not as gung ho as you on that because there's with this team and it's always with this team. There's always the banana peel in the schedule.
I
And they
agree.
did it last year, even though they had the magic of Cam Ward. They even then started 9-0, and then you lose 3 of the last 4, and here we
I
are again.
agree. There is still a fear of
Let them win something first. Then we can say we're back. I'm
We're
tired of doing the same thing. We're back. We're back. The U is back. We've done this 1,000 times. And
Yep.
every single time they have not been back because we've been in the ACC 20 something years now,
Yeah.
and they have not won ACC title to show for it. So can
Yeah.
we please win a conference first and then declare that we're back? That's
No.
all I ask.
No. We're back right now.
That's all I
We
ask.
got robbed from the CFP last year, and you know it. We should have been in it.
Well, beat Syracuse. Beat Syracuse. How about you don't
I
let a
agree. The
20?
only fear I have of this team is nothing to do with any of the players on the field. It has
It's
to
the
do.
banana peel. It's losing. It's gonna be losing to Pittsburgh at home,
Here's the banana
or
peel.
SMU,
It's the
or
head coach.
Virginia, or one of these teams that you have absolutely no business losing to.
I agree.
It always happens. It
I
always happens.
agree. I think
Even in
though
the
this
years
year, here's the
that
difference
they don't.
between the other years. We knew last year the defense was bad, right? Like
Yes, it was.
not just bad, it was atrocious bad. Like
It was the worst
bottom of the
defense
country.
I think I've ever watched the UM put out
Yes.
on the field. Yes.
Obviously, they have fixed that this year to where they've actually like probably done the biggest leap from having one of the worst defenses to having one of the best. Right? That's a clear thing. The new
Shout out
defensive
Coach Allen.
coordinator is great. Now, my still fear of this team, the only thing that I have hesitation on is our head coach, right? Our Cubano from here, right? He is really bad. He's a really bad head coach. He's a
Great
great
recruiter.
recruiter,
Not the
unbelievable
best.
recruiter. You
He's
saw
not
what he did
exactly
at
a
Oregon,
tactician. He's not
but
exactly a tactician, but he
clock
doesn't
management
need
is
to be.
terrible. Yes, he still does because there's going to be times. There's going to be good, when we play the good teams, right? Which, by the way, Florida State is now one of them. We're going to beat the shit out of them. And when
Okay,
we play
writing
the
that
good
down.
teams, okay,
Writing it down.
then the games are close and it comes down to a decision and we don't kneel like we did in Georgia Tech last year and then this guy fumbles and then we lose the game, which we should have won. That's all has to do with him. So he needs to be better at his job because that's the only thing that I think will keep our team from winning anything is a close game, a decision like that.
I agree. I agree. Which is why I'm so hesitant to do this whole "we're back undefeated" propaganda. So it's literally just let me see it 1 week at a time. Can they go undefeated? Absolutely, and they
Yes,
should. As long once you get through the state of Florida, assuming that you're able to get a win against Florida and FSU,
which they
there's
will.
no one else on the schedule that should get in your way. You should be able to run the table and get into the CFP, and then we'll see what happens. For me, getting to the CFP would be enough of an accomplishment to consider this uh, a
Sure,
success.
yes, I
But
agree. But this is
we're
year
getting
what? Year
ahead of
three?
ourselves because
Year
it's
three, year
UM
four?
and we're dying for UM to be good. We're dying for UM to be good,
We
and
have
we
nothing.
want it to happen. So this is why this is why the propaganda machine is back. With UM is back. Please
I'm gonna
win
feed you the
a
propaganda machine
conference
all year.
title first.
We're gonna win. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. UM's gonna win.
Don't
We're gonna
worry
be fine.
about it. Yeah, don't worry. I haven't had to worry about it, buddy. Yeah, you're right. I haven't had to worry about it for 20 years about this team
Don't worry about it.
winning a damn
You're
conference,
gonna be fine.
winning the ACC. We're not
Don't
in
worry.
the SEC or what used to be the Pac-12 or the Pac-10 or whatever. This is a basketball conference.
I
And
agree.
we have
But
this is supposed to be a powerhouse football school and they can't win a basketball conference.
I
So,
agree with you 100%. You know that
okay.
I've hated this team
So
for a very
let's
long time.
win the ACC first and then we can talk about them being back.
All right, but we'll
As a
just
matter of
say
fact,
that
let them beat the Gators first. If they beat the Gators and
you
they
don't think they
just
can beat the Gators tonight.
I think they can beat the Gators, but let them beat them first, and then we can have a discussion about FSU. And then once they beat FSU, all right, then the propaganda machine will be back because there's no one else that should beat them realistically. Um,
Well, do we play Georgia Tech this year? I'm not sure, but
no, thankfully we don't play Georgia Tech this year because Georgia Tech looks even better than they did last year.
and they beat us every
And
year.
that's a
So
team. Even if they had to play them this year, I'd be scared of them. I would
yeah, I mean,
chalk it up as an
I
L
suppose that yeah. I
because
agree.
they can't seem to beat Georgia Tech who throws it 16 times a game and it's all
I
bubble
agree.
screens and verticals.
But I think visually, and if you watch both games and you see the people on the field, like they have they have the teams that you see at the SEC, for the last 10 years, right? Like they have those caliber of players, right? Where they throw out, you can go against almost any team and you have the most talented guys on the field. And even when they play poorly, they should win by a lot. I think we saw evidence of that against the best USF team they've seen in a very long time,
It's
right?
thoroughly
And
mopped them.
and I mean, it wasn't even close, and it looked like just such a drubbing. If you watch that game, it looked
USF was
so
just too
professional.
small.
No, yeah, but that's the thing. That's what I'm saying is they have the players to erase mistakes. And that's the difference between last year's team and this year's team is the entire team across the whole field is like that. Not just last year it was just the offense had that. This year the entire defense is also grown men. So I think they have the bigger, faster athletes across anybody. So UM's
You
gonna
went
win.
plus
Hold me to
16 to
that.
win the Natty. Taking that?
Who?
Plus 1600 to win the Natty.
Yeah. Put money on it right now. I'll put money
I
on it right
saw
now.
it at one point. It was at plus 3000, and I didn't jump it.
Should have done
I wasn't on the hype machine. I was like, I just want to see Carson Beck do well. Like in previous years, the fanboy in me would have gotten the better of me, and I would have placed a bet on it.
Plus
But I
1600 is
didn't.
still really good though.
I reserved judgment. I showed some restraint, and I didn't. So,
Plus
but I
1600
got
is
in
really
at
good.
1600.
I think we should do it anyways right now. I
I'm
think we
already
should do
in.
it. Huh?
I'm already in.
You did it already?
I did it
Oh man,
already.
I'm gonna do it after
I
the
did it
show.
already
But
because what's the use, right? What
right.
it doesn't hurt. But
So
please, I beg you, Mario Cristobal, if you can hear my plea,
oh my god.
win a conference first, please.
Just call hey, kneel the ball. Kneel. You have a lead?
Clemson
Kneel.
stinks. Clemson is not even good this year.
Yeah.
Like you
Kneel the ball.
have the path has been clear. My biggest fear now is that if we have Georgia Tech isn't in our conference, right? In our division, no?
Yeah, they're ACC, yeah.
Well, are they on the opposite side of the ACC where they would meet
It
the
doesn't matter
UNM?
anymore. It's like 1 through whatever it is, and
Because
then the
if this team meets Georgia Tech in the ACC championship game, which is
which you probably
looking,
will.
which looks more likely now than it
Yeah.
did at the beginning of the year,
Mhm.
I'm very scared
I mean, I wouldn't be
because
very scared. Again,
it's
I think
every
by
time you
that
take
time,
Georgia Tech, it's a house of horrors. It's like what? How is this team beating them?
let's let the season play out before you say like, "Oh, I'm very worried." Like, let the season play out because I think you'll see Miami be, a dominant team
I'm
in
hoping,
the
man.
in NCAA. So we'll
Save
see.
us, Carson
But
Beck. Save football in Miami, please.
We'll leave it at that, and we'll go now to our favorite segment in the world.
Our favorite.
Our favorite segment in the world, the biggest bleep, sir. We have now our segment, the biggest bleep, where we're gonna pick a person, team, whatever, and we're gonna call them the biggest bleep, which is we hate them, we don't know what the hell they're doing. Would you like to go first?
Um,
Who's
I
your biggest
would.
bleep, sir?
I think I would rather give you the floor. I think you have something prepared. Um,
Uh, yeah, I
I'll
do.
I'll give you the floor.
I'm going to say right now, and you know where this is going.
I have an idea.
My biggest bleep is Tua Tunga Vailoa.
Ugh,
Okay, that mother. Okay, Tua. I came prepared with graphics at home, real life
damn.
graphic.
Hit him with the graphics. Damn.
This piece of crap that I did not want. Okay, I did not want this kid at all. I told you, you don't draft him. You draft Jalen Hurts in the second round. And the Eagles listened to me, and they drafted Jalen Hurts in the second round. Okay. And by the way, they
Uh-huh.
have a Super Bowl and 2 appearances with Jalen Hurts. Now,
Yeah. An absolute
we'll put
wagon
that
of
to
a
the
ride.
side. Chris Greer, Brian Flores, that whole thing, whatever. We'll put that to the side. I'm stuck with this piece of crap. Okay? He does this thing where he goes, I'm going to lead the NFL in accuracy in passing percentage. I'm going to lead in passer
Different
rating.
categories.
I'm going to lead in all these categories, all these metrics to say I'm a good quarterback.
Hmm.
Right? And he gets away with it that one year. Remember when we came back from the Ravens? How an incredible comeback that was? And that's a Ravens problem because they keep doing that.
The more, now I'm glad you brought that up. The more that time passes, and I've had this self reflection, the more I think that was the worst thing to happen to McDaniel.
Yeah. I think we've talked about this in the past. Like, yes,
The fact that they did that comeback, which by the way, when it happened, I was over the moon. I was like, this is the greatest feeling I've had as a Dolphin fan in quite some time. But nonetheless, it created, I feel, this sense of uh, that they can get it whenever they trail and just march right down the field and get it all back in 3 plays that they've tried to replicate in other times and other instances where they've been down multiple scores and you try to get the game back in one drive, which obviously you can't. And that's literally how everything has snowballed on them and how they've shot themselves in the foot repeatedly with trying to do these comebacks and everything just falls like a house of cards.
everybody's figured out Mike McDaniel. Okay? Everybody's figured out Mike McDaniel. Like, he is awful now. Everybody's figured him out. Like, you need to make adjustments. It feels like that just doesn't happen. But it's not about Mike McDaniels because we can go do a whole hour podcast on just the Dolphins and how terrible that whole organization is.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
This is about
We can do that.
your quarterback. I'm going to be like, every other person in America where they go, you're president or you're whatever. This is your quarterback. I know we
Your
live in the same
quarterback.
place, but I didn't fucking want him. Okay? This piece of shit, has a noodle for an arm. Okay? Sorry, I cursed. I should have done. He has a noodle for an arm. If everything is not perfect, he cannot make a single play. He's been in the league for 6 years now. I cannot remember a single play where he goes, oh, shit broke down and he's doing something incredible. He doesn't make incredible plays. His teammates make incredible plays. And he does this thing where they're like, oh, Tua hasn't completed a pass to Tyreek Hill over 30 yards in like a calendar year.
Right.
But he had a 47-yard bomb to Tyreek Hill. And it
Right.
goes on paper saying he had a 47-yard bomb to Tyreek Hill, and we move on. And then all the Tua sexuals on Twitter tell me how great Tua is. Look,
I haven't heard that one.
okay?
Too sexual.
If you saw that pass, he underthrew Tyreek Hill by 20 yards only because Tyreek Hill is a first-class athlete and he came back to the ball and still had to jump 10 feet in the air to catch the ball is the reason why that pass was completed. And you have 2 weeks in a row now where he throws an inexcusable interception. Not, oh, wide receiver ran the bad route, there was a mistake. He's thrown 2 games in a row inexcusable interceptions. That game that we talked about 2 years ago with the Ravens, which again, I understand it's a Ravens problem because they love
Yeah.
to blow leads in the fourth. I get
Yeah.
it. But in that particular Ravens game, which we both remember very vividly, and every other
Yes.
Dolphins fan listening to us remembers, Tua should have had 4 interceptions in that game. I think he only had 2 because the Ravens defenders had nubs for hands. And it wasn't like an excusable interception. Every single one of those interceptions, he threw it at a Ravens player. Tua is not a good quarterback. We've wasted money paying him. I said we shouldn't have paid him. Right? I understand it's a quarterback league and like, who else would you get, Brian?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I understand all that. I would have loved to keep Mike White on the team. You know who else we could have signed? Who's doing really good now? That was Justin Fields.
Oh no! Don't do that.
He was
Justin
available.
Fields.
He was
Justin
available.
Fields.
You want to throw out what's his name? Who do we have from the Jets now? The white kid.
Zach Wilson.
Zach, you want him out there? $6 million, by the way.
No,
He's
no,
costing.
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Tua is finished. This team is finished. I don't want to hear any more. I hate the rhetoric around him has been, oh, well, and it's by him. This is by the Dolphins and him. The messaging has been we're all getting on the same page, we're gelling, we're building that relationship with Tyreek. Sir, you have been in the league for 6 years. There is no more figuring it out. There is no more we're trying to get on the same page. I don't want to hear a single second of this guy saying, oh, we got to do this and that. I'm tired of his post game interviews saying we have to do a better job of that. No, you, sir, threw the interception. You have to do a better job. Poor Devon Achan out here. I mean, and another thing, Mike McDaniel calling screenplays 3 times in a row.
Yeah,
Tua threw the
I'm
ball
kind of
more
fed up with
behind the
that.
line of scrimmage than he threw it in front of the line of scrimmage on the Bills game on Thursday night.
Yeah,
But poor Achan is out here, and Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle fighting for their lives for this stupid quarterback who cannot make a play. If the first or second read isn't there and there's pressure, guess what? He has cement for feet. His eyes are only looking, he has blinders on, and his arm can't reach past 10 yards. So you tell me one thing this guy has done, one memorable play that doesn't have to do with Tyreek got open, Devon Achan did something, Jalen Waddle did something, Jonnu Smith did something, right? You saw Josh Allen on Thursday night make a 400 plays that seemed game saving, death defying, run around in the pocket and throw it 100 miles an hour, 75 yards, and land right in the basket. That catch that Kincaid didn't make, that was well
yeah, that was a
covered by
hell of a
Jack
throw.
Doyle. Hell of
That,
a coverage,
that
hell of a
was that
throw.
was a dot.
I mean, perfect. Tua will never do that. Why?
I mean,
Because that pass was
he's
more
made
than
those
10
sorts of
yards.
throws.
If it's 10 yards or less, he'll make that throw.
No, stop it. Like I've seen
He's
him
a
do it.
I don't want to hear it. You are done. You owe me an apology. That's it. The
I don't know
propaganda
what to
that
tell you.
I've had to deal with from you for 6 years about Tua being this is the guy we get. You told me that draft. No, you go get the guy. I said nobody's sure about the guy. Let's go get Jalen Hurts. Okay?
All right, but we can agree that
Just apologize to me right now first.
the we can agree that the tool we're getting, this tool that we have currently physically, is not the same tool we drafted. We can absolutely agree on that, correct?
No, this is the Tua we drafted.
No, it's not. I
It
mean,
is the Tua. Nothing
I can at
changed
least
physically.
I can meet you halfway and tell you that he has physically regressed.
No. I think he's been physically regressed. I think he got
No,
hidden. Listen, I think he got hidden in the two
this
years ago.
version
We
of
were
him this
scoring
year
70 points.
has not looked sharp, has not looked the same as past. This is not
I
the same tool that we had in 22 and 23.
No, I think that had to do more with Mike McDaniel and the offense than it had to do with Tua being physically better.
Diminished.
I don't disagree that every player loses something physically. Look at Patrick Mahomes now, right? But I disagree that he had any level of physicality that was elite. I think if you look at the college tapes and even the 22-23 year, I think more than
Boy was
anything,
moving.
more
He was
than the
moving.
concussions of his soft baby head, is the hip injury. I'm very Stugatz right now with this. The hip
Yeah, yeah.
injury. Um the hip injury. The hip injury is
But
to
those things
me,
have compounded, like, and we can see it now.
I mean, I saw it from before when we were going to draft him, and I told you no.
No, when if you watch Tua's highlight tape coming out of school, this Tua is not the same version of him.
No, I agree
He
with
was a
you a
much
thousand
better
percent.
athlete. Now, obviously, the injuries have taken a toll, and he looks physically diminished. He doesn't look as sharp. He looks, he's been more inconsistent this year with making his reads and his decisions, where he's bailed on clean pockets and he's um, looked off open guys. So yeah, I mean, he hasn't looked good. We can
I think we were
absolutely
blinded in
establish that.
22-23. I think we were blinded in 22-23 because, again, from that year, I don't think you can tell me a single play where Tua did something incredible. I think the
Right, but
team was
we can,
incredible.
we've established that he's not that quarterback. He's not the quarterback that can put the cape on. Or like
Then and
I'm
he
not
was the
here trying
wide
to sell
receiver.
you on that. He's not the quarterback that can put a cape on. He is not. He is the trailer more than he is the truck. Right?
I agree.
And the reason why he was so good 22 and 23 is because he was most effective over the middle of the field, which now teams have taken away from him because they don't have to respect the fact that Mike McDaniel doesn't run the ball. If this team ran the ball 35, 40 times a game and Tua was throwing 20 to 25 times, he would absolutely be able to find the form that he was in 22 and 23. The problem you find yourself in with Tua is when you have to throw 30, 35 times and you just don't have enough of a menu to be able to do that. He is too inflexible of a quarterback to be able to do that sort of stuff with, where you need a
But
specific game
that's my
script
problem.
to win with him.
That's
All
my
right, but
problem.
it's
You can't have a system quarterback.
but
He's the definition of a system quarterback. And I told you this then, and I'll tell you now, and I've repeated this even if you go back and listen to our old episodes. You draft a guy at fifth overall. Fifth overall, he has to be game changing for your franchise. Whether that's a wide receiver, whether that's an offensive lineman, whoever
mhm,
it is. If you
agreed,
get if you get drafted in the top 5 of the
agreed.
NFL draft, you have to be elite. And after Joe Burrow got drafted in that draft, there were question marks on the next two quarterbacks, which was Tua and Justin Herbert. And if
Right.
you didn't know out of the two which one you wanted to draft, if you have two quarterbacks, you have zero. Thank you, Stugotz. If you have two of them, you have none. So you don't draft that guy. In that draft, okay? We weren't going to get these guys. Joe Burrow went 1, Chase Young 2, Jeff Okuda 3, Andrew Thomas, offensive tackle number 4 to the Giants. Everybody that got drafted at after number 5, Justin Herbert, Derek Brown, Isaiah Simmons, CJ Henderson. You have
Oof,
Mekhi Becton, Tristan Wirfs, who
CJ
are,
Henderson
yeah, Jerry Judy, CeeDee Lamb. At 18, the Dolphins took Austin Jackson. Another terrible choice. Why? After
because
that was Justin Jefferson,
Justin
Jalen
Jefferson,
Rieger, Chaseon from LSU, the linebacker, also a stud. Brandon Ayuk, Jordan Love was in that draft. Jordan Brooks was in that draft. Patrick Queen was in that draft. The Dolphins had 3 first round picks
Jonathan
in that
Taylor.
draft. Not a single person in those 3 first round picks
Yeah,
were good on the team.
that's a kick in the balls.
That is you could have gotten the best wide receiver in the league who went at 22. You could have gotten
A top five back on his day,
a top
Jonathan
5 back.
Taylor.
You could have gotten a top 5 offensive tackle in that league. Okay. And you could have gotten a top 10 quarterback in Jordan Love. And by the way, Justin Herbert.
Well, I'm not sold on Justin Herbert just yet, so
I'm not sold on him either, but my thing is if you have to pick a
we're still
quarterback,
waiting for the Justin Herbert thing, like right.
I agree with you. If you have to pick a quarterback though, and you're
You
unsure
pick the
about
one that's
either
six
one,
four that can throw it over a mountain. Yes,
that's who you pick. And that guy, Tua, never was any of this.
he was scary, dog.
He's my bleep of all time, I think.
He
I'm
was
tired of
scary.
this stupid team. I hate the Dolphins. You know I hate them. I don't want any propaganda. I just want apologies from you every game. Every game I should get a text that says, "I'm sorry,
I
Brian."
didn't draft him.
Yes, you did. This is your fault.
This is my
Because
fault.
you have, just like I say that you was back, you're worse with the Dolphins.
No,
You
I have
sell
not. I
hope.
have not once. I have
You
not
sell
once
hope
given
for
you
this
any
team.
Dolphins propaganda
Oh,
since
Tua's
the
so
season
great.
started.
You go get Tua. Tua's awesome.
I mean,
How do you like
20,
Tua right now today?
2022 and 2023 were very good times. We're not gonna just sit back and
Remember
forget
Johnu
that.
Smith? Johnu Smith.
Johnu Smith was 24, and that was Johnu Smith on a broken offense, and he put up career numbers, and I don't blame him for getting paid, but he was not gonna be the solution. But
Tua?
Tua is who he is, and he is who he is, and it's at this point for me, I put it more on McDaniel for not having a second act as a coach and going back to his bread and butter. Supposedly, you were hired as a running game coordinator. You've drafted 3 running backs in 3 consecutive drafts,
All look good, by the way.
all of them seemingly good, have a
Mhm.
each have different skill sets. Why don't you use them? I would be running the ball 40 times and running Tua off of play action. That's when Tua is at his best. When Tua was at his best in Alabama, he had the running game and he didn't have to sling it 30, 40 times. He was putting up 300 yards on 22 passes.
Yeah, but he
Why?
also has
Because they
two
were
good
able
hip.
to establish the run, be a run first team, and then he can work off of that. And the
I don't
same reason
think at
when
this point you can put it on Mike McDaniel. Like, and he's also to blame for the catastrophe
he's
that is his
part to
team.
blame, like,
But Tua is a problem. Period. Like, there is
but Tua
no ifs and buts.
inherently the
He's
in,
bad. He's bad.
inherently the reason why Tua is bad is because defenses have figured out McDaniel and his pivot, his reaction to all of that has been throwing to the perimeter behind the line of scrimmage
Tua would
because you
lose
don't
on
have
every
another
single
answer.
football team. He would lose
Now,
on every
if
single football team. You put him on the Chiefs, he loses. You put him on the Eagles, he'll lose. Okay? Tua
I don't
is
believe that.
a loser. He is not a good quarterback, period. I would trade
He's
just
never had a
about
losing
every
season.
quarterback, every starting quarterback in the NFL, barring like the really bad ones and the new guys, I would trade Tua for because he's bad. It's 6 years in. There's nothing, there's no wait and see. This is who he is. This is who he's
It
always
is who he
been.
is.
It's over.
But
I
we're
don't want to
also
hear
waiting on
anything.
McDaniel. We're waiting on McDaniel to have a second act as a coach,
Hey,
and he
he's
hasn't.
three
He
years in.
hasn't.
Bye bye for him too. Everybody needs to get the hell out of that place. Everybody does.
It's fair, but
And I don't want to spend any more
but they are
time.
intrinsically linked as part of the problem here. Like the reason that Tua is a problem and McDaniel is it's literally like the vicious circle thing. They're the problem
I'll
because of
tell
the
you one
other.
thing. If we had Justin Herbert instead of Tua Tunga piece of we would still be 22-23 Dolphins.
I don't know. I mean, who
I
knows?
think so.
Who
But
knows?
here's the
Both of
thing.
them have the same amount of playoff wins.
We're gonna leave this here because we're like spending 40 years on the Dolphins and we can spend another
You
45 years.
you you plunged us into this.
It's fine. We're gonna leave this here. But Tua's terrible. I don't want him anymore on my football team. You can't get
That's
away from
fine.
him because you decided to give him $200 million. We're gonna be bad forever. The Dolphins have been bad for a quarter of a century, and this mistake just set us back another quarter of a century. We're done. Tua's
The
over.
problem is
You're
is that
done.
they
You were
haven't been bad.
wrong. You have to apologize for it, and that's it. Okay?
Chris Greer has to apologize for it.
No, you do. I
I'm just
I
the
can't do
poor
anything about
schmuck.
Chris Gear.
I'm just the
You
poor
did.
schmuck
You're
with
the bad one. You're the
on
one telling me
hopium
Tua, Tua,
and
Tua, Tua.
I
Okay?
was just pushing propaganda and on hopium. That's my fault here. That's
Yeah.
all I'm at
You
fault
hope,
for here.
hope every year it's the same thing. Oh, we signed John Smith. We're going to be really good this year.
And did he not have a career year? Can I at least get that?
Nine and eight. We
You're
didn't
gonna
make the playoffs.
discredit the Johnu Smith career year as
Nine
a
and
bad
eight
take.
didn't make the playoffs. John Smith isn't
They
going to
didn't make
fix
the playoffs, but did he
Tua.
produce? Did he
Yeah,
produce?
yeah.
All right,
Like
thank
in
you.
the last
That's
five
it.
games of the season because we didn't use
That's
them.
it. He produced. He put up the career numbers. He set all the franchise records and tight end stats.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
And where did we
He was a
go?
good signing. Thank you.
Where did we
I'm
go?
right.
Where did we go?
We went 8-9.
And did we make the playoffs?
All right, but like that has nothing to do
It
with
doesn't
John
change
Smith.
anything. I don't care about John Smith.
Exactly. But John Smith played well. That's it. And
This is
so
typical Dolphins fans.
I
Oh, John
therefore
Smith, great.
John Smith was great, but it was a broken
89, no
offense, and that's why
points.
he was great.
Oh my god, I hate you. That's how I feel about you. Okay.
They're still gonna rattle off 8 wins.
No, I don't care about. I don't. They can win as many as they want. They're not going to do anything. Tua's crap. The season's over. We're 0-3. Season's over. I don't want to hear anything about anything else.
But
Season's
if they
over.
but if they beat the Jets in
But if
Carolina,
nothing, the season's over.
two
Who's
and
your
three.
biggest bleep of the week, sir?
My bleep of the week, and we're gonna shift gears here. My bleep of the week is Minnesota Wild player
Can you say his name? Say his name.
Kirill Kaprizov.
Very nice.
Um, allegedly turned down an 8-year, $128 million ticket from the Minnesota Wild, which would in fact, be the richest contract in NHL history.
I
Um,
agree. That's a big contract to give up.
More than McDavid,
Yeah.
more than Draisaitl.
Yes.
Uh, he has been a little bit digged up the last few years. So,
Hmm.
but when he does play, when if he gives you 70 games, like he's a point per game player.
And
Uh,
how old is he?
and
Do you
I'm
know?
not sure how many people had this on their bingo card as Kirill getting a largest contract ever. Is this the Minnesota Wild doing something like weird? And by the way, we know puck here.
We do.
So I just wanted to establish that to the audience that we know puck. Um, I'm kind of beside myself at this because I don't know what to make of it. And him turning it down. Um,
He's only
what does that
28
mean?
years
Is he
old.
waiting for McDavid to sign?
He's
What's
only
does he
28 years
want
old.
out of
And
Minnesota? What's your take here?
this is why I don't think it's as crazy as the media is making it out to see. I understand it is the richest contract, but
By the way, we
let's
have to. This is allegedly,
yeah, reportedly he didn't commit a
reportedly.
crime. Reportedly, yeah.
I don't.
Now,
I can't confirm my sources, but reportedly, it's
yes,
8 years, 128.
let's say the reports are true, and he signs that deal, right? Okay, he's a top five NHL player, hands down, right?
Is he?
Now, yeah, he is top five NHL player. Now,
I need to talk
bad
about
team, they've been bad. Okay, he's been in the league for I think like 8 years, 9 years
eight
now,
years.
whatever
Yeah,
it is.
7, 8 years.
Okay, he is clearly going to be one of the top played players in the league. But if you think as his agent, okay, the best player in the world is going to be a free agent this year. Whether he resigns with Edmonton or he goes to another team, it does not matter. That will be the richest annual average salary in the NHL in NHL history, bar none. There's no number that's going to be big enough. Whatever that contract is going to be, it's going to be the biggest one.
Any chance he leaves money on the table? McDavid?
McDavid, maybe. We can get into McDavid in a second, but
Okay.
and we'll go off script because we're going a little long, but who cares? McDavid.
Who cares?
So McDavid, um, whatever contract he signs will be the richest contract in NHL history. If you're um, Kirill, whatever his name is, if you're him,
Kaprizov.
that guy, if you're him and you're his team, right? You've already got this offer from the Minnesota, right? The offer goes up when McDavid signs that contract.
Yeah. McDavid's
It's
the
like
first domino.
like when this, again we're probably dating ourselves, but when Alex Rodriguez got the contract um
The Yankees?
from the Texas Rangers, the two
Oh, the
hundred fifty
Rangers.
two million dollars, it was like exactly double of whatever the other richest contract in the other sport was. And
In football?
yeah, I think so. Whoever it was at the time, I don't remember who it was, but it was exactly double whatever that was,
Yeah, it
and
was like a
that's what
quarter
paid.
million dollars. Quarter billion.
So yeah, I think if you're this guy, right, and his team, and you want to get the most money, you wait because the richest contract in the NHL is about to be signed this offseason, right? Your price goes up after that.
Well,
Your price
Edmonton is
goes up.
hoping that it gets signed.
Yeah, but I'm saying it doesn't matter who signs him. Whoever signs McDavid is paying him the most money in history.
Probably.
So if you're the next center, right? You're the next best player out there available because Draisaitl's locked up. There's nobody's going to be available of this caliber uh, uh, forever
After
now, for a
after
very long
Connor
time,
signs, yeah.
right? So after Connor signs, now you have this kid who will become available, right? You do what then? You ask for Connor McDavid money, and
Well,
somebody's going to pay him that money.
I think the CBA comes into play here because they're supposed to renegotiate or something in the next 4 years, right? And supposedly the cap is going to go up with the TV
Right,
deal, whatever, so on and so forth. Every CBA. So a lot of players it seemingly seem that it would behoove them to sign a shorter deal, 4 years,
yes,
4 year ticket, whatever, and then wait for that cap number to go up and then sign again. So
right.
maybe this is just a ploy in reaction to that. So why would I lock myself in for 8? If I can do
Yes.
4 and then re-up again for another 4
I
after
just
that
think
at
the
higher
the
at a higher
number
number.
the number is what like the media like you know jumped on. It was like, oh, this is going to be the craziest thing ever. But McDavid is how old?
He's like
McDavid is
20,
the same. McDavid is also 28 years old.
28. Yeah, I was gonna
So
say.
these guys don't come around very often, and they're going to be available. I mean, you turn down the money and you go, somewhere else. I think, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Agree if he might be the biggest bleep, but you know,
I think it's kind of a bleep. Kind of a bleep.
probably a bleep to Minnesota. Probably,
Minnesota, you'd be beloved in Minnesota. Minnesota
but
is
he already is.
a top one hockey town, top
But he is beloved. But
hockey
they suck.
state,
They
but
suck.
they stink.
I'm
But
just
they do
saying they
love
might
him.
come to the Panthers. Kappa, whatever the hell their name.
By the way, any chance that McDavid is looking at everything that's going on and all the rumblings, and he's a pretty low key guy, right? He doesn't
Mm.
want to be in the spotlight. He just wants to be left alone. He wants to play hockey. Any chance that he's looking at what the Panthers are doing over there? He's like, man, all those guys
Man,
took
I
enough
would
money.
love to
Marchand
get
took less.
into.
Ekblad took a sweetheart deal. Uh, Sam Bennett took
I
a little bit less than
I would
market
love to
value.
get into conspiracy theory that I think Connor McDavid is going to be a Florida Panther. I would love to get
Oh
into
no,
that,
that's ridiculous.
but
But no, hold on. Let me finish my point. Any chance that he's looking at what those three guys after watching what they did to him again, right? You run through the entire Western Conference playoffs to run into the same buzzsaw they ran into last year and lose to them in 6 in a game less than last year. And now you see those three guys re-up at a, a, a lower number than probably they could have gone on the open market. And now it's your turn to sign. And you're thinking to yourself, I can't get by this team. I can't beat them. Am I really going to take out maximum dollar from these guys to just get the title of being highest paid dude in the league? Any chance that he's like, all right, can we do something here? Can we get a freaking goalie? Can we not have Skinner back there all the time and just,
I think that's really going to hurt them. By the way, um, the goalie situation and re-signing um, McDavid because they didn't do anything now. Like they didn't do anything. They didn't even bring in somebody to
yeah,
compete
not
with.
really. I don't think they did a whole lot.
Here's the thing, okay? Dreisaitl, who I thought was going to leave, I didn't think he was going to re-sign with Edmonton. He got last year. He got 8 years, $112 million. So that's $14 million a year that he got. Okay, McDavid is going to be around what they offered the Minnesota kid. Probably more than that.
Probably like what, 16, 17?
I would say 16 to
It'd probably be higher than that. I mean, he could command higher than that,
yeah, I think so. I mean, again, we still don't
but
have
to
the
what
new
end?
deal. Money's not there yet. The cap is not that increased yet. But I think McDavid will probably be, if I had to guess, 17 to $20 million minimum. Right?
I think
17
he
million.
signs a shorter deal
I don't think so. I think he gets.
to
I
kind of like
think he gets
hedge
those
his
money.
bet, and he signs a 4-year ticket instead.
Here's
And
the
then
the
when the cap
thing.
blows up, he'll do this thing again.
Money is not a problem for Connor McDavid. He's gonna be the highest paid player in the NHL no matter where he goes. If you're
Right.
Connor McDavid, and this is always a tough one because if you're a Draisaitl, right, you take the most money anywhere. So I was surprised that he signed the extension last year, right? I think it was more of a let's keep Connor McDavid signing more than um, you know, uh Edmonton wanting to increase the team, like make the team better. Draisaitl was an unbelievable player, top 5 NHL player probably, but
Yeah.
he gets signed for pretty big money, right? You're Connor McDavid, you have to worry about legacy talk because you're the greatest NHL player in the world. You haven't won anything yet. If you leave Edmonton, right, wherever you go, you better win
Mm,
because this is like reverse LeBron. LeBron left and teamed up with a Draisaitl, okay,
that's true.
in Dwayne Wade,
Hmm.
right? and he teamed up with the Minnesota kid. What's his name? Kirill.
Kaprizov,
And Mario Chalmers. Okay.
Mario Chalmers. Who's the NHL equivalent to Mario Chalmers in this one?
I don't know who's won the most titles everywhere he goes,
Uh,
or the
uh,
greatest number six ever in Miami history. But that's a different point. That's another day. But if you go somewhere, Tampa Bay, Chicago, any one of those places, you
LA.
better win. Here's the thing: he's already in Edmonton, and Gretzky went from Edmonton, won 5 in Edmonton, and then goes to the Kings and also won at the Kings. If you do the same exact thing as Gretzky, it's not a good look, right? It's
Why? I
not his
mean,
fault. It's not his fault. He's in
literally
Edmonton.
just copy paste
Right. But what happens
the
then?
greatest player ever's
Right.
resume. Like,
How many did Gretzky win in Edmonton?
he won 5
5 Stanley Cups in Edmonton, and he won one in LA, or
in
maybe
the
more than one. I
Kings.
don't remember. But you do the same exact thing. You won 0 in Edmonton, and you're gonna win 0 at the Kings, probably. Right now, anywhere you go, you better win. And he can say, "Oh, see, it was Edmonton." Right? You better win. Now, if you don't think you can win anywhere else, because to be honest, I mean, outside of maybe Chicago Blackhawks, which I really like as a team, because I like Connor Bedard,
Yeah,
like he's a really great player. Outside of that team, I don't really see any other teams. Tampa, maybe, because they're retooling.
but do they
Like
have the cap?
I mean, they've
Does
let go of a bunch of people. They can listen. They can figure it out. That's not a thing. But
you
if
still
he
got
leaves Canada,
you
if
got
he leaves
Kucherov?
Canada in general, he's gonna get booed everywhere. He's gonna get hated by Canada, which is all of hockey.
What team would hurt the most if he left Edmonton?
Tampa, Florida.
If he just left for like somewhere, the further south he goes, the worse it is.
Yeah. If
I
he
can see
goes
that.
Tampa, Florida, it's insane. Now, I listen. Zito to me has surpassed anybody. He surpassed Pat Riley as being the best GM in South Florida sports right now, currently. Okay?
Fair.
I do not put it past him that he can get Connor McDavid.
Yeah, but to what end? Like you'd have to really gut the roster
No,
to
I
do that.
agree, and again, I think it's a pipe dream or whatever, but I wouldn't put it past him. My thing is, everybody's in for Connor McDavid, and the way Connor McDavid's been speaking, I don't know
Yeah,
if he's going to resign.
he's been a little skittish.
I don't know if he's going to resign. I think
Maybe that's just his personality though.
it could be, but I don't think he's going to resign. Like I think this whole thing with the goalie, the Skinner, you should have gotten some. At least bring in somebody else. I know there's not a ton available, but you go overpay for whoever's going to be the backup to just compete with the guy. Just compete with the guy.
Yeah.
And you gave Draisaitl $14 million a year, regardless of the cap going up or not. If you pay Connor McDavid $20 million a year, which he might get, and you pay him $20 million a year, you have $0 to do anything else with that team.
Yeah, you're pretty strapped.
$0 to do anything in the team. Now, that's not any different than almost every other team in the NHL. Like they
And you're
have,
already locked into Draisaitl, obviously, and you're locked into
yeah.
Bouchard. Like
So I don't know.
you're running with that core for a while, and you don't have a lot to fill in the margins because obviously those guys are the big ticket players.
I don't know where he's going to go. I don't know if he's going to resign. I think the easiest thing for him to do is to resign with Edmonton,
I
but I
think
don't
so.
think he's going to win anywhere. I don't know. I personally feel like he's not going to resign with Edmonton.
I think
I
he's.
wouldn't
I
be
think he's done
surprised if he
for you.
does. I wouldn't be surprised if he does. Like it'll be like, oh, of course he resigned with Edmonton. I wouldn't be surprised if he does. But I, if I had to bet on it, I would bet on him leaving Edmonton by like the smallest of margins, like minus 110. It's a toss up to me, but I'm giving the slight edge to him leaving Edmonton.
I think he signs a 4-year deal. Lock it in. We'll revisit
Maybe.
this. We'll revisit this in the future.
Let's do it. We've got over on our allotted time, but let's finish. You want to go negative or positive?
Um, let's do negative.
Let's finish negatively, yeah? That's where our strong
What does
suit
that
is.
mean? Am I picking from a mystery box here, or what does that
No, no,
mean?
no. I'm gonna give you the negative thing. This
Okay.
team right
Are we
here.
gonna do both, or we're just doing it in different orders?
This team right here. I'm out.
Oh yes,
I'm out on the team.
the pinks.
I'm
You're
out
out on
on
the
the team.
pinks.
I'm out. I mean, listen. I was already kind of out because we have been talking about having an MLS team here for like a decade or more, actually. Right?
Right.
We finally got the team. We were season ticket holders day one.
Inaugural year, yes. Can never
Day
take that away
one,
from us.
front row. We were there. Okay? We
We
were
were there
horrible.
yelling at
Scottish Messi and everything,
Scottish
right?
Messi before we got actual Messi.
Right. We get Messi. They price out every single fan, and not a little price out, which I'm sure everybody's heard already. It wasn't like, hey, your seats were $40 a game, they're now $60 a game. It was your seats were $40 a game, and now your seats are $120 a game. Like they 3x'd your season tickets overnight. I understand it's messy, but again, I am not playing in Miami. A lot of people don't know that. We're playing in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. We're not playing in Miami. Okay? We're in a reconstructed small stadium.
Yeah, a stadium
Okay?
that is not fitting for a guy like him.
Right. So you're playing in that stadium. You 3x the prices. Already out on this team. Then this guy gets here and plays once every 10 games. Okay?
That's a bit unfair.
Plays once every 10 games. All right? He brings in, they fire I don't know how many coaches. They bring in all his people, right? They've brought in all his boys, Busquets, Jordi
Really?
Alba, Luis Suarez. Okay.
Oh, they brought in kids from Newell.
They get the guy from Atletico Madrid now. By the way, MLS
Oh,
rules
the
doesn't
Pog.
let you get all these players. So not only Messi has gotten an unprecedented contract where he's getting paid the max money from the MLS. He's also getting paid from the Apple deal, which by the way, MLS terrible deal for them. He's getting paid from the Apple deal. He got another Brinks truck from Adidas, right? So they did all these things for him, okay, to get him to the MLS. And the team is super unlikable. Why? Luis Suarez continues his Luis Suarez things. He bites people. He spits on people, right?
He's a bit of an asshole. Yeah,
Okay. They price
leave
out the
that out.
fans. They don't play every game, right? And they're signing players illegally, and the MLS is like, oh, any other team gets fined. This team, whatever. They're breaking
See,
all the
I
rules.
think I think everything that you've said is a great reason for to love this team. I think that they make a great villain, and that the MLS honestly needs.
I understand that, but my
They
thing
need a
is
villain,
they're,
and I
they're
think they
not,
make a great villain. The fact that
but
it's Messi and
they're not building a villain for long term,
but for right
right?
now it works.
Yes, but he's going to be gone in 2 years, 3 years. Like he's going to be gone, and the MLS is going to go back to being the MLS. Like
That's fine, but for the at
that.
least these 3 years, they can at least get the hate watch eyeballs and the Messi
Sure,
eyeballs.
yes, and I agree.
So
I
it's a
think
necessary evil, and I am here for
I
it.
don't think it's necessary. And this is, and I was fully out of them when this whole spitting incident because Luis Suarez spits not on a player, on a staff member of the opposing team. And you
Class,
lost the game, by the way. They lost the game.
class. Yeah, they got their
Spits on
leg
him,
back though.
right? They spits on the guy. Okay. Busquets, was it Busquets? Punches a guy in the face. No, by the way, still haven't acted on that. He
I love
punched
this
a guy
scene.
in the face. It was on camera. Everybody
I love
saw it.
this scene.
Nothing wrong with that. It took 4 days for a statement from anybody to come out to say that was wrong. And the fourth day, Luis Suarez apologized. 4 days went by for them to apologize.
He shouldn't.
They
I think he should have just doubled down and not apologized.
then, what's it called? The made up tournament that they're playing in suspended him for 6 games, which who cares? It's the end of the tournament,
Was it the
right?
League's Cup?
Yeah,
Something like that. Yeah, it was
the
the
made
League's
up
Cup.
tournament.
I mean,
Then
all tournaments are made up. Yeah.
But they just made this for Messi. Messi's coming to MLS, or let's make a tournament. That's what they did. I don't want to hear anything about prestige or nothing. Okay,
No, I mean it's a 2-year-old tournament. No, there is no prestige.
it'll go away, but this tournament will go away after Messi leaves. Then, uh, then the team a day after the Luis Suarez, 2 days after Luis Suarez, then makes a statement. So Luis Suarez made a statement 4 days after the incident. Inter Miami made a statement 6 days after the incident, and then MLS said, "Okay, you're suspended for 3 games on the seventh day."
It's still too hard.
That's when Jesus rests, I guess. Apparently,
Yeah,
whatever.
too hard.
That shit is so fucking unlikable because they are like clearly subverting all of the rules just to keep this one guy happy who is the second best player in the world. Okay? Like they're keeping this guy happy, pissing off the rest of the league. This the MLS CEO, whatever they call him, the commissioner.
Don Garber.
I don't know if he's going to get
I think
renewed.
it's Garber. Is
Yeah,
it?
I don't think he's going to get renewed because this is insane subverting of the rules, and it just with all of those things stacking up against Inter Miami. As an Inter Miami, as a Miami guy who wanted to love this team, I'm out on them. Like I'm out.
I
I wanted to love this team. Messi doesn't play. They don't play in the All Star game. They don't tell anybody. They
good.
just
They
go,
don't need to.
"Oh,
That
we
is
don't want to
beneath
do
them.
anything."
I don't need to play
This
in your
team is
silly All-Star
unlikable.
game.
And guess what's going to happen when Messi leaves in 3 years and they open this new beautiful stadium by the airport, which looks amazing?
Yeah,
Guess
I don't
who's
know
going to
how
be
anyone's gonna
calling
get there though.
us? They're going to be calling you. They're going to be calling me. Hey, do you guys want season tickets again? No.
We'll be there.
No, we're not going.
Oh, we're back.
We're not back. If
If the
Messi leaves,
if the tickets are $40 again and we have a new Scottish Messi to root for, we're back.
if they sign Di Maria, I will
No,
forgive him.
Di Maria will be home, retired, playing with his kids at 45 years old. No,
And he's
let
still
that
better
go.
than everybody in the MLS.
Let that go. Let that
But
go.
I'm just out on the team. I think they're terrible. I'm done.
I
I
think
hate them.
all the reasons that you don't like this team are all the reasons I love this team, because this is a team that makes the MLS interesting.
But
And
they don't though, because they barely play.
they do when it matters. When it matters. When we get to the thick of it, and a lot of it is maintenance, and they're older players and whatnot. So like a lot of these matches,
They're playing in the MLS. They're not playing in Europe anymore. They're all
right?
old. I
Which is
get it.
exactly the reason why they have even more maintenance, because they come over here and they're like, "What the hell is playoffs?" It was like, "What, you finish the season and then you keep playing? What the fuck is that?"
And by the
Excuse
way,
my
they
language.
lost last year.
Right,
They
they did.
were the best team in the league with the most points, and they won the
And
Community
so
Shield or
they
whatever it was, and they lost. And they were all healthy, by the way. They were all
precisely
healthy,
why they don't give a
and they
damn about the
lost.
regular season this year. It's
And they
like we
lost.
just need to get
So
in and be right by the time it's these games actually matter.
Messi's a loser. I don't want to hear about him anymore. He's a loser. He's a loser.
When he has won more trophies than Ronaldo has ever since leaving Europe. So
What trophy has he won since leaving Europe?
he's won Leagues Cup. The Made Up Cup, he won that. He won the
I
Made
thought
Up
you were
Cup.
talking about real trophies.
Oh, but it's a trophy.
The
It
only thing I
still
will say to
it
him,
shines like all the other ones.
and I get it. I understand this whole thing, and we're gonna get off this very soon because we've been at this for a while. But the only thing about Messi, and this is
I'm
the
just getting
only
started.
time we're gonna have this argument because you switched for some reason. The only reason why you
I just
switched deep
switch.
down
I
in
can
your heart.
appreciate both players.
I
One of them
understand.
just happens to play for my city. There's
No,
nothing
no, no.
wrong with that.
I get it. You used to be a Ronaldo guy, and then he went to take the money, and you got upset at him. I understand.
I'm
Now,
not upset at him. I still enjoy
Messi,
Ronaldo.
Messi, this whole World Cup win, right? Everybody celebrated it. And maybe I'm a pessimist or whatever, but he should have won that World Cup like 5 times in his career because he has gone into the World Cup with the best team more times than not, talent wise.
Can you say that he had the best team last World Cup? That France team was stacked.
No, 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 no. I think the France. By the way, France team underachieved. They won the World Cup. I guess the last one, right? They won the last one.
The one before the one Messi won, yes.
Yeah, they won the one before Messi won, and then they didn't win the Euros.
No, I think that was when Ronaldo won the Euros. If I'm not
Ronaldo won the
mistaken.
Euros, then they won the World Cup, but they also lost the following Euros. I believe Italy won the Euros.
I believe so. Yeah.
So that's another thing. Yes, they won the World Cup or whatever, but that team, again, this is the thing also. The only thing I will say is France won their World Cup. Messi won his World Cup in his 30s, right? And I understand it was a great win, and yes, he finally won the big one, and that makes him amazing. But to erase the fact that that guy should have won 3 World Cups,
Well, I mean,
three
Higuain has a lot to do with that one, with not winning
again.
another.
But if you look at those teams on paper, they were the most talented teams. I don't want to hear
World
excuses.
Cup
We
is
know they should have won.
is a little wacky.
And
And
by the way,
he didn't have the proper back line in some of those teams to support what they had in attack. So
they were still a stacked team, much like how France was in multiple World Cups, not just in one, like how France has been. They have had multiple World Cups with him saying that he's the best player in the world, and he didn't get it done. Ronaldo's excuse was that there's no talent in Portugal, right?
well, the ironic thing is that when he started and he was in his prime, they didn't have, and now he's at the twilight of his career, and now this is the golden generation of Portugal
And
talent.
to be fair to Ronaldo, he won the Euros.
Yeah,
He won the Euros with in the middle of France's
there's
run.
also an argument to be made that Portugal is a better team without Ronaldo currently.
Um,
Yeah,
I don't know because if you stick him at the number 9, I think he's probably
is
still the best
it's
finisher ever.
tactically it's more of it's a muck because they don't play with the same flow with Ronaldo as they do when he's not on the pitch. They look
No,
like a
and
completely
again,
different team when
and
they play without him.
I think Argentina's the same way now. Also, like it's
Fair.
just I think so. I think that's just both guys aging or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
My argument with the whole Messi thing, and I'll never win because Ronaldo decided to do the smart financial thing and take all the money from the Saudis, right?
By all means.
Right, and that upset a lot of people and hurt a lot of people's feelings, right? And
Not mine.
Messi decided to go with the um you know, good publicity move of going to MLS, I would say, right? Which Ronaldo had all the
He had offers.
availability to do that. He had the same deal. I understand why you took the Saudi money. Again, I don't agree with everything that Saudi Arabia does, almost none of it, because they're terrible human beings and they're just whitewashing themselves, the country in sports. They've bought F1, they've bought wrestling, they've bought
He bought
golf.
golf.
Like they're buying everything, right? And it's hard to, you know, judge people for taking that money because I understand Ronaldo's a rich guy and he's the most followed person on social media in the world and all this stuff, right? I get all that. But same thing for us. We're in this little podcast. If Saudi Arabia comes with money, I think we're doing an Etihad ad read. Okay?
Yeah, we'll fly on
So,
Etihad.
you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll do that ad read.
We'll fly Emirates.
So, I hate that it's being held against him. It's like the baseball people saying Barry Bonds isn't the greatest baseball player of all time, or any of the the writers putting any of the steroids guys in the Hall of Fame, right? Like and I'm still upset about this, and I know I shouldn't be, but when Aaron Judge hit 62 or whatever it was,
Oh,
that they were cutting into
you were upset because he broke like the AL record or something like that. Was that it? Was that it?
yeah. I think we spoke about this very briefly, and
It
again,
was
we
like
are
some
doing
made
a
up,
very long podcast, but this is our first episode. We're back. Who cares, right? We can go over it.
right, season whatever.
This, by the way, guys, this is exactly how me and Christian hang out and talk. Is we went from Messi, the World Cup, hockey, whatever. Now I'm talking about an Aaron Judge thing from 2 to 3 years ago. I don't remember when that was.
That you were just mad about
They
because they
started cutting into
celebrated a milestone that
they started
what was
cutting
it?
into college football. They stopped what they cut into college football to show an Aaron Judge at bat as if he was going for 75.
To break Barry Bonds. No,
Facing
it was
Roger Maris at 61. Sir, I saw Barry Bonds with my bare eyes hit 74 home runs in a season.
74.
That is the record. Period.
That's the record.
Don't just sitting here watching college football and then my college football stops because some guy is at bat hitting number 59. I saw Giancarlo Stanton hit 59 also in person. Nobody cut into the coverage for that.
Is there any other
Why?
sport that we do that for?
No, there is no other sports. Only baseball. Only baseball do we do that with.
Like, did we do that
And
with LeBron breaking Kareem's record?
no, you just had to watch it. They didn't cut into coverage anywhere. Don't get me wrong, they moved TV things around and made sure he was on ABC or whatever the biggest one was. But
That one I'm not gonna get as
nobody.
mad about because baseball needs all the attention it can get. So I'm not as upset at that as you are.
And here's the thing: and again, it's not Aaron Judge's fault because he didn't say to cut into coverage. And
Right,
I
it's
feel
not his fault.
bad because he is, by the way, putting up Barry Bonds numbers for the last 2 or 3 years. He is not only the best power hitter, I think he might be the best hitter in baseball right now.
He still might
Uh,
not win MVP though.
and he still not might not win MVP, and their team is bad. But I feel bad for him. But I hate him. I don't hate the Yankees. I hate him because of what they did to him, cutting into coverage, cutting into NCAA, and celebrating this guy for hitting 62 home runs when he's 13 home runs away from the record.
From the
13,
record.
13 from the record, and they treated it as if this guy broke the record. Like, guys,
Rocky Maris, man.
Barry Bonds. You know what? Next show we're doing Barry Bonds stats.
That's fine. We could do a Barry Bonds
Top
segment.
5 Barry Bonds stats. I don't know if you have anything else.
Your favorite Barry Bonds stats.
Exactly. We'll do that. Our favorite Barry Bonds stats next episode. That's what you have to look
No, I
forward
mean,
to.
while we're on the topic of baseball, like, uh, Marlins are not terrible.
They're not dead. They're
They're
not
not
dead yet.
dead, and the fact that we're in late September and they're still not mathematically out and can play spoiler. Good season, guys.
We play the Mets.
Good
That's
season.
the last weekend, right?
That's the last series of the year
Next week, play the Mets at home.
at home. Play spoiler again.
I'm just saying. Maybe we
Still,
go to the
still
game.
not out. Still not out.
Maybe we go to the game.
Maybe
Just
Saturday.
saying. Not playing spoilers. They have like 90s throwback night. I think on Sunday. Next week Sunday.
Last game of the year.
Yeah, I think they're giving out like 90s like windbreakers, like with the Florida
Oh, okay. With
Florida
the old
Marlins color.
logo.
Yeah,
Oh man, those are
they look kind of
clean.
cool. I'm thinking about going to the game just for that.
Those would be clean.
But like I said, I'm done. I think we're
Petering
over.
out here.
We're petering out. We've been at this for like an hour, or we're an hour and a half. But it's our big comeback episode.
Big comeback. So lots of us.
Yes, we're gonna bring you this consistently. We got a new setup. We're on video now. It's not gonna be just audio.
Yeah.
Look at us. Bear with us. We're gonna
See
get
our
better
mug.
at this whole video podcasting thing. And don't forget that Tua sucks.
Hockey starts in a month.
And
That's
I didn't
pretty
buy
cool.
any back to back merch. Actually, the only thing I bought was a sign that says back to back. But the reason why I didn't buy back to back merch is because I want a back to back to back merch. Three peats. Right there. Three peat. We're gonna do it again. We didn't even get to talk about them. We should talk about them next episode because we're
Yeah.
gonna do it again, and we circumvented the cap again because Chuck's not coming back till December.
LTIR baby.
Everybody's here. Sam Skevich is wearing number 11. He's my Gareth Bale. Took Huberdeau's number. We're gonna do it again.
Anton Lundell. We got some kids in the pipe.
Hey, I want Edmonton to come back to the finals again.
Oh, I think I'm tired of them.
I want
Can
to
we
do it
get
to him.
Zeno?
No. I want to do it to him.
I want to see, honestly, I want to see the Leafs. I love playing the Leafs.
They're in our conference.
I want to see the Leafs. No, I want to see the Leafs again in the playoffs.
Oh, I mean, they're going to be
I
there
think
in Tampa.
it makes for great TV.
But in the finals,
In the
I want
finals,
to beat the best player in the world for a third time.
I would hope that Vegas makes a run with Mitch Marner.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting our revenge on them. Also,
I would like that. Them or something like Dallas. Something cool.
Dallas.
Dallas would be fun. That would be a fun series.
Dallas is such a good team, and they scare me a little bit because their defense is so good, like so good. They scare me a little bit. I was surprised that they didn't make it.
But Edmonton ran through them. So
yeah, but I mean, I think that Draisaitl played amazing in that series. So did McDavid. Mick overrated. So
yeah, because Barkov is just like a black hole of
Yeah.
NHL centers. Like defensively, I mean, I don't think there's anyone as good as him.
So yeah, I agree. Well, vamos gatos,
Vamos gatos.
and let's get the hell out of here. It was a pleasure, sir.
As always, man. I can't wait to do this again.
I mean, we are going to do it again. We've got video. We've
We've
got our
got
names in the corners. We've got our logo up here.
yeah. We've got stuff in the back. I still got to work on my stuff, but you know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
a
okay.
work in progress.
Work in progress. Just support us, guys. What is it? Like, subscribe. I'm gonna be like a real
Like,
YouTuber. Like,
subscribe, and
subscribe,
comment.
comment, the notification bell, all that good stuff. Follow us on all the
Give us
socials.
takes. Give us some takes on our takes.
Exactly.
We
And we'll
welcome
bring it
that.
up the next show.
Like some pushback.
Exactly. Also, Tua sucks. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Bye.